Back to the World Championships, and earlier in the week we saw the sprint event. This is an urban race and it's relatively new to orienteering.
A dear old friend of mine, the late Chris Brasher, who some say was responsible for introducing orienteering to these shores, once described orienteering as cunning running, a mix of the athleticism and the cerebral.
So let's start by catching up with the highlights of the women's competition. With the fastest times being under 15 minutes, this race is fast and furious, with no room for mistakes.
It's a really difficult skill. You're constantly thinking about where you're going for the next 5 seconds, and during that next 5 seconds you've got a chance to think about the 5 seconds after that, and that's pretty much all you're doing non-stop for 15 minutes is where am I right now and where do I need to be in 5 seconds time. You're on the edge of chaos and sometimes it blows up, but that's the exciting part.
Ruth Holmes from Taunton was one of the 3 British women competing in the race today. She runs for Southern Navigators. This was her second World Championships and she finished in 39th place with a time of 16 minutes 33.9 seconds. Alice Leake races in the same club as Ruth. She had a better day, finishing in 22nd place with a time of 15 minutes 37.5. But the best British performance came from Yorkshire woman Charlotte Ward. Earlier this year, she was a gold medalist at the British Sprint Championships. In this race, she managed 17th place with a time of 15 minutes 27.8 seconds. She had a strong start. Halfway around the course, she was in the top 10, but she was up against tough competition. Nadia Valencia is a sports instructor from Ukraine and won silver in last year's European Championships. Another strong contender who consistently comes in the top 10 was Galina Vinogradova from Russia. But from the moment she set off, Maja Alm from Denmark showed everyone how to run this course. By the first split, she was a full 10 seconds ahead of the field. And as she rocketed around the second half of the course, that gap just grew bigger. Over the line, she was nearly 40 seconds ahead of her nearest rival. She was the well-deserved winner, but Charlotte Ward can be justly proud of her top 20 place.
I can't quite believe it. It's an absolute dream come true. I didn't expect that at all, so yeah, it's hopefully bigger and better things to come.
What a great result for Charlotte Ward. With a time of 15 minutes 27.8 seconds, she takes 17th place, just 1 minute 55.2 seconds behind the leader. Galina Vinogradova from Russia came in third in 14:24.5. Second place was Ukrainian athlete Nadia Valencia in a time of 14:12.3. But out in the lead by nearly 40 seconds was Maja Alm from Denmark, who completed the run in 13 minutes 32.5 seconds. And it's a double success for her this week as she takes the relay and the sprint gold medals.
This is what I have been dreaming of my whole life, to win a World Championships, and now I have won 2 and it's just so crazy.
You smashed it yesterday in the relay event and today in the solo event. It's just an incredible performance.
Yeah, I knew that I was in a good shape, so I was the only one that could ruin it, so it has been a really hard job today. I have been working with myself and my thoughts all the way and just tried to find the control in the right way, and yeah, it is so a relief that I succeeded today.
Now it's time for the men's event. Joining me here in Grant Park are Kirsten Strain and James Tully, while Cameron McNeish is at the start near the centre of the town. 45 runners have been selected to compete today, and the fastest qualifier was Jerker Lusal from Sweden. But he's cautious about his chances in this race.
It's always about the final. I've been winning the qualification many times and not succeed in the final, so it was just to think it's a new race, a new day, and do your best.
The second fastest runner in that qualifying round was 24-year-old Chris Jones from Swansea.
I've always just said just try and keep getting better, and if you keep doing that, one day better it's going to be a medal, so yeah.
And I believe you're moving to Scotland shortly.
Yeah, I'm just about to start a PhD in St Andrews, biomechanics of golf, so a bit different, but yeah, it'll be good.
We're picking up the action as Scottish athlete Scott Fraser heads off for his run.
Big cheers now for Scott Fraser from Edinburgh. Probably Scotland's best hope of claiming a World Championship title on home soil. Scott's also an excellent 10,000 metre runner, and in 2012 he was the fastest Scot over the distance that year. Sadly, he broke his toe, which thwarted his bid for the Commonwealth Games team. Another of our great Scottish hopes is Murray Strain from the Interlopers Club in Edinburgh. And Murray is actually quite a runner. In 2003 he was the fastest man up the three peaks. That's Ben Nevis, Scafell Pike and Snowdon.
Kirsten, we've just seen your brother Murray on the start line there. How are you feeling now? I'm sure you're not biased at all, but he's got a chance of winning this, hasn't he?
He's been up there before, he's done everything he can do to prepare for this. I really am quite confident he's got the potential here. It'll be really exciting.
The three British guys in the men's event, everyone a chance of winning.
Yeah, they really do. All three of them have got good results. They all qualified really highly, really well. So it's just all to play for.
And this is incredible. Scott Fraser coming in because the crowd are going absolutely wild. Lots of Union Jacks flying in the crowd as Scott Fraser comes in, and he's just opening up the legs, big long stride and putting the pressure on. Being cheered all the way to the line to Scott Fraser. Hand in the air. Scott Fraser is currently in second place, just outside.
There's still quite a few fast runners to come. It might be tough for Scott to get a medal today, I think, but let's see.
So here is Jonas Leandersson, and he is absolutely flying from Sweden, looking really, really good.
No, he's moving well, and I think we could be seeing a gold medal run here. It's possible. He's taken a big lead.
And big cheers for number 144, Christian Jones from Swansea. Chris is one of our great hopes for this event.
So here is Jonas Leandersson, and he is absolutely flying. Look at the speed of him, just taking over the man in front. So he's like caught a minute up there. That's a great run, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it looks like he's going to take the lead. Yeah, he's one of the big favourites beforehand, and could be a gold medal run.
Looks straight onto the ground there, and he's putting all the effort in being the world champion. Clearly hugely important to him.
And our final competitor in the men's sprint is Jerker Russell from Sweden, a sprint specialist who won silver medal at the European Championships in Portugal in 2014.
So here comes Murray Strain, really has to put the motors on now as his sister waves the Union Jack in his support.
He's been preparing for this for so long, and he would be hoping for a really good result today. He's enjoying the crowds, and that's him finished.
No podium for Murray, sadly. So at the moment we're looking at one more British athlete, Christian Jones, and he'll be the second last runner on the course. But in the meantime, let's just have a wee look at the guys that are coming in.
So we've got two Hoodman brothers. We've got Daniel just about to finish, and then Martin has just gone through, and both of them have a chance, and I think Martin is running slightly stronger than...
So here's Martin Hoodman coming in now, looking very strong.
This is going to be close.
His brother's coming in silver medal.
Take the lead from Jonas Leander. It's going to be very, very close, but he is going to knock his brother down into third, so which will be looking like a good day for the Hoodmans probably.
Chris Jones coming into the arena as well now, and my goodness, he's had a tough old race. Not easy for him at all.
This could be quite a strong time.
Chris is just 12 seconds behind Jonas Leandersson. That's currently 7th place with just one racer still to finish.
Here we go, this is Jerker Lusal coming down.
He can't beat Jonas, but he's
finishing
really
very strongly.
Moving well down the finish. Third place.
He got third place. Wow, that is incredible. And there's Jonas running out to meet him and give him a big hug. There you go, there's gold and bronze together. Yeah. And that is a great performance from individual athletes, but team performance super impressive.
A great result today for the Brits with two Scots in the top 20. Murray Strain came in 18th and Scott Fraser was 13th. And with a time of 13 minutes 24.1 seconds, a fantastic 8th place for Chris Jones. Third, Jerker Lusal from Sweden finished in 13.16.6. Second went to Switzerland's Martin Hoodman in 13.14.0. But out in the lead was another Swedish runner, Jonas Leandersson, who finished in 13 minutes 12.1 seconds.
Some small mistakes, but it's hard to be 100% perfect in the end with a big race like this, but I'm really satisfied with my performance, and yeah, I did a really great race today.